almost 2022, and that means a whole new round of celebrity scandals, controversies, and cancellations is coming. This year, so many celebrities were on the chopping block, and social media came after them like never before. But what will 2022 have to offer? Well, I'm here with some predictions, so let's talk about the top 10 celebrities who might get canceled in 2022. At number 10, James Charles. Now, I'm pretty sure we saw this one coming, but I just had to include James Charles on this list. Yes, for the past couple of months, or at least at the time of filming this video because it's currently November, James Charles hasn't really been in much trouble, but if we know him at all, something is bound to happen. James seems to be getting into some kind of controversy or scandal at least once a year, so there's no way that there won't be another James Charles is over party in 2022. Just this past year, James got into some trouble because of another scandal involving a fan, he lost a hosting job for an internet show, and his Morphe collab went kaput. He even had some of his longtime friends turn against him, like Tana Mongeau, when she accused James of manipulating another influencer. James also faced temporary demonetization from YouTube because of the controversy he was facing. James was also involved in a lawsuit with his former editor and producer, and that caused a lot of drama as well because he was accused of wrongful termination. This former employee also claimed that James said the N-word on a number of occasions, and as you can imagine, that did not help him out in the slightest. To top it all off, James was recently named one of the most hated YouTubers on the platform according to Forbes, so things really aren't looking good for James. He seems to be having a hard time online as of late, so it's only a matter of time until trouble resurfaces and he gets cancelled once again. At number 9, Kim Kardashian. Kim K is yet another celebrity who's faced cancellations on a number of occasions. This past year was very eventful for her, both in positive and negative ways though. She first made headlines this year when it was announced that she and Kanye West were splitting up, but she also got to host SNL and made headlines on the red carpet at the Met Gala for her head-to-toe shadow Balenciaga look. But these headlines can't take away from the negativity that she carries with her, specifically the cultural appropriation. As you are all probably aware, Kim has faced a lot of scrutiny over the years for appropriating various cultures. She's faced backlash for wearing black hairstyles like cornrows and for blackfishing as well. She also got in trouble a few years back when she wanted to name her shapewear brand Kimono, but she faced backlash from the Asian community for that. Over the course of the pandemic, she and her family got cancelled for going against COVID guidelines and for going on vacation while everyone else was locked down at home. I feel like there are a lot of people just looking for the next big thing to hold against Kim, so it might be safe to say that 2022 might bring yet another scandal and subsequent cancellation. Before we continue on with our 2022 cancellation predictions, I would first like to take a moment to ask you guys to consider leaving a like on this video if you're enjoying it so far, and also maybe consider subscribing to the channel as well to see more videos like this one. At number 8, James Corden. This year, people learned that they not so secretly hate James Corden. I mean, the amount of times I saw James Corden trending on Twitter for people just talking about how much they hate him kinda says a lot. The actor and late night host got in a lot of scandals this year, so another one in 2022 is probably a guarantee at this point. So far, James has been known to undermine his employees at his late night show. He's been faced with backlash for his Spill Your Guts or Fill Your Guts segment, as well as he's been known to use traditional Asian foods as part of the gross foods. On top of that, he's faced a lot of scrutiny for his Golden Globes nomination for a role in the movie Prom, where he played a gay character because people thought he used too many gay stereotypes in his portrayal of the role. On top of that, a number of people who've worked with him or have had encounters with the host have also made a lot of negative comments about him, making him look like a pretty bad guy. It seems like he's landing himself in more and more hot water as time goes on, so we may very well be on the lookout for another scandal headed his way in the new year. At number 7, Chrissy Teigen. This year, Chrissy Teigen got cancelled and it blew up big time. Over the summer, Chrissy faced backlash for resurfaced tweets and DMs directed at Corden from back in the day. These messages were really hateful and mean, and Corden has come out to say that these comments that they got from Chrissy when they were a teenager really affected them greatly. Because of this, Chrissy got cancelled, but she made the backlash towards her an even bigger deal, and people said that she stayed playing the victim in the whole situation, and this made people really dislike her. As many of us have come to notice, when the internet gangs up on someone and they all start to dislike them, people start to be on the lookout for the next big slip up from the celebrity, just waiting for them to be cancelled again. Because people learned just how mean Chrissy Teigen could be after seeing all this drama with Corden, it may be a matter of time before someone digs up another mean message from Chrissy's from back in the day. At number 6, Chris Pratt. It seems like Chris Pratt is on his way out, so to speak. Chris has been making headlines lately because people want him cancelled. First, back in 2020, people were upset with the actor because he didn't publicly support Joe Biden, and a lot of people took to criticizing his Christian faith. Now, someone's faith is no reason to hate someone, I will say, that's just absurd, but still, it had a lot of people going off at him. On top of that, just recently, Chris faced backlash after he posted about his wife Katherine Schwarzenegger and how she gave him a quote, gorgeous healthy daughter. This had people running to his ex Anna Faris to support her because fans believed that Chris's comment was a dig at the fact that their son Jack was born premature and had to spend time in the NICU before being allowed to go home after he was born. People called Chris out for his choice of words, and they're using this as further fuel against the actor. I feel like with this tension bubbling up, 2022 might be the year that Chris Pratt actually gets cancelled, but we shall see. At number 5, Kanye West. This one is probably pretty self-explanatory, but Kanye West is probably one of those celebrities who will get cancelled in the coming year. Kanye is pretty controversial, as we've seen many times before. I mean, there's the Taylor Swift beef, the fights with paparazzi, the Hurricane Katrina fundraiser incident, his rants about Donald Trump, and his controversial Twitter presence as well. Kanye also got in trouble for posting a video of him peeing on his Grammy Award and going on about all of that drama on Twitter as well. Now Kanye is seemingly in the process of reinventing himself, going by Ye now, but I mean, it's not Kanye without a little bit of controversy, right? So I don't think any of us will really be surprised if he gets cancelled for something in 2022. At number 4, Shane Dawson. We just had to include another YouTuber on this list because they seem to be the celebrities who get cancelled the most, probably because the majority of the internet's eyes are on them. Shane Dawson is one of YouTube's most problematic content creators, and much like James Charles, it seems like he gets into some kind of controversy every year. Just last year, Shane got into some drama after his old blackface videos once again resurfaced during the rise of the Black Lives Matter movement, and he had to issue yet another apology video. On top of that, Shane has also gotten in trouble for his collaboration with Jeffree Star because Jeffree is also known to be quite controversial on the platform. Recently, Shane made his return to YouTube after having left the platform for a while after his last controversy, and when he posted his first video back, Twitter was abuzz with people ripping on the YouTuber, complaining that he has yet again returned. Because of his reputation online and the sheer number of people who know how to dig up his past, it might be safe to assume that another cancellation is coming simply because he's Shane and he's lost a lot of respect over the years. At number 3, Lil Nas X. Now, I don't want to admit this, but Lil Nas X might get cancelled next year. I personally love Lil Nas X, and I think he's creative, fun, and talented, but with every drop he does with his music, he somehow starts facing backlash. We saw this earlier this year when he dropped his Montero music video because it became widely controversial, with fans and politicians talking about it online. Because the video showcased religious themes like heaven, hell, and the devil, people found it to be a little much and really dug into the rapper for that one. He also got into trouble for releasing the Satan shoe with Misfit because it got into legal trouble with Nike. On top of that, the rapper faced more scrutiny when he released a music video for his song Industry Baby because of the content, specifically the shower scene. But it was pretty iconic, so honestly, I can't see why you would hate that, right? With every new drop he makes, it seems like there's people who are always offended by the content, so I wouldn't be surprised if those same people are out to cancel the rapper. I hope it doesn't happen, but knowing the internet, there's a good chance that it will. Nas, though, will probably remain unfazed as he normally does. At number 2, Jamie Lynn Spears. Jamie Lynn Spears, Britney Spears' sister, got caught up in the scandal that was her sister's conservatorship case. There was a lot of family drama involved, as you can imagine, and instead of laying low, she stepped into the spotlight, and doing that attracted a lot of hate towards her. Many of Britney's fans criticized Jamie for not standing up for her sister and watching her suffer through the conservatorship for so long. Things took such a nasty turn for Jamie that it damaged her relationship with Britney, and right now, with the massive amount of support that Britney has garnered over the last few months, an enemy of Britney is an enemy for everyone. I feel like Britney's fans are watching her sister like a hawk, waiting for one wrong move in order to cancel her, but what do you guys think? And finally, at number 1, Nicki Minaj. Recently, Nicki Minaj has been facing more and more backlash, and she's pretty close to getting cancelled. Recently, she got in some hot water for some comments that she made about the COVID vaccine, spreading a rumor that the vaccine physically harmed someone, though sources came out to debunk that, saying that it wasn't true. On top of that, Nicki recently got in trouble with Little Mix fans after she defended her music video with the girl group's former bandmate, Jessie Nelson, who's accused of blackfishing in the video. She weighed in on the whole situation with Jessie, Jessie in an Instagram live and got pretty heated about it, and some fans did like the way that she handled things. It may seem minor, but then again, we're talking about cancel culture and no one is truly safe, even with minor scandals, so you never know. We might see Nicki up next on the Twitter chopping block. Now before I wrap things up for today, I want you guys to leave a comment down below telling me which other celebrities you think could get canceled next year and which celebrities you think will be safe from the wrath of the internet. Let me know your thoughts down below. Anyways, that's it for me. I've been your host, Bree Room, and until next time, stay safe, make good choices, and stay groovy, friends.